know. You know, Blatch, he's obviously tough. He wants to go. And it's so important today, matching up with Hamed El Haddadi, you know, the premier centre in Asian basketball. And perhaps Blatch just didn't want to miss that opportunity to match up with such a quality player. There is El Haddadi. He can do it all. He's taken a back seat so far this tournament. His passing has been superb, but he can score in the low block. He's got a mid-range jump shot, and of course, probably the best rebounder in Asian basketball.
We're already in China on the second day of the second round of the 2015 Fiba Asia Championship. Myself, Tim Long, alongside analyst Paulo Kennedy, set to talk you through the action. It's a true superpower matchup in Changsha, the third most successful nation in the history of the competition, against the second most successful, Iran, with 3 gold medals in the last 4 tournaments, against the 5-time champions and 8-time finalists, the Philippines. A rematch of the final from 2 years ago. The reigning champions against the reigning silver medal holders. Iran starting with a 4-game winning streak. The Philippines unbeaten in 3. Something has to give over the course of the next 40 minutes. And those two battling for the opening tip, and it's Iran who start with the ball.
Philippines in a zone defense. I was about to talk about the one-on-one matchups, but they've gone immediately to a zone.
And they go to the big man who's battling against Blatch again, Haddadi. This is the first shot of the game. And an offensive rebound grab by Davapana.
And Blatch has the first win in that battle. He bumped El Haddadi out of position and then forced him into a tough fadeaway. You know, the fact that Blatch is playing, it's just added to this game. This is a real top-of-the-table clash. The Philippines have been disappointing so far in large stretches, but a win today would just turn their tournament around.
Kamrani pulls up for the 3 to get Iran on the board early.
And there's that matchup, Kamrani playing on or against Jason Castro, although we see Davapana given the job defending Jason Castro, and maybe they're worried that the veteran Kamrani doesn't have the pace to keep up with Castro.
Kamrani very nearly having the pace that time to come up with the steal. Knocked away and out of bounds, still Philippines ball. Their first offensive possession of this game. Blatch through the legs, he's going to pull up for a 3, hand in his face from Haddadi, and Haddadi wins the second battle.
And Blatch is going to have to hit the 3-point shot today. We talk about him needing to get inside more. He needs to do that, but today he needs to be able to stretch El Haddadi away from the basket.
So Hakiam, there's that spot again. Missed this time for Kamrani. 1 of 2 from the outside. Norwood to Deo Campo. Spins into the lane, finds Blatch towards the rim. Grabs it a second time, then lost it, picked it up again, and is fouled by Haddadi.
He talked about this being a superpower matchup so far in the tournament. Iran have looked like that. The Philippines haven't always played with the intensity, but they're switched on. And you look at that move from Deo Campo, there's no hesitation there. We talk about him as a role player, but that was an impressive move of a skillful player.
Blatch at the line, able to get on the board. A nice looking move as he attacked the basket there, moving one way and then the other. The ankle seems to be fine at the moment.
We've seen both times the first possession inside for both Haddadi and Blatch. They've forced each other into tough fall-away jump shots.
Blatch knocks them both down from the foul line.
Two-three zone for the Philippines.
Kamrani across to Nikhil Balrami. And it goes to Haddadi. Waiting for some movement from Kamrani. He misses the shot inside this time, and Deo Campo aggressively grabs the board and protects it well.
Yeah, he means business. He's a tough man. The Iranians play tough basketball. He's up for this challenge. I bet he hasn't forgotten the loss they took on their home court in Manila in the final 2 years ago.
Foul called after that rebound. And all the early signs are this is going to be a heavyweight battle, well contested, all the way, potentially for top spot in the group.
How long can the Philippines hang with Iran? Their starters are good enough. Once they have to go to the bench, can they hang with it? Has Tab Baldwin got some strategies that can slow a run. And does he want to show them tonight, or is he just going to go for pure talent to get it done?
Castro with the three that rimmed around, came back out. He put it up from the foul line this time and put it in, and the Philippines have their first lead.
Castro averaging 15 points per game in this tournament, 63% from inside, 43% from outside. He's been a man in form.
Foul on Blatch as the entry pass came in. So Blatch and Er Haddadi each with a foul in the opening few minutes. Kamrani. Nikhil Bahrami open in the corner for the three and drains it.
Big shot for Iran. He's their gun shooter from outsiders.
Kamrani comes up with a steal and forced away from the basket. Very nearly had a steal right at the start of the game. Does get one there, drives inside as it knocked away. The Philippines come away with it here with Blatch. Looking to get into the paint. That's a really pretty move from Andre Blatch, who shows the ankles are completely fine.
He was just sizing that up the whole way down the court. He knew where the defenders were in front of him and behind him, and he just timed his Euro step to perfection.
Nikhil Bahrami with the three off the mark that time. Castro. Quick crossover onto the right hand. Lovely hesitation on the dribble as well, and puts it in. And we are being treated to an offensive clinic now between these two big basketball nations.
And there's some Philippine supporters dotted around this stadium, and you can sense the excitement from them. They haven't seen their team play like this so far in the tournament.
Kamrani, and there's the cut to the basket. A simple finish for Er Haddadi.
He's like the conductor of the orchestra, Kamrani. He just timed it to perfection and made it easy for his big man.
There's a gap, and you don't want to give that man a gap. The blur bursts into the paint to finish.
We talked about maybe Kamrani doesn't have the speed to keep up with Castro, but who does?
And it has been a lightning fast start to this one. 10-8 after 3.5 minutes. Out to Kamrani. He's going to drive in, showing that he does have some of that pace. The 33-year-old showing Jason Castro, anything you can do, I can do too.
A really poor closeout there from Hontiveros. Kamrani, he can shoot the basketball, but if he starts getting into the lane, we saw there he could finish on the play before he sets up Er Haddadi. You have to at least contain him and keep him out of the paint.
Kamrani with 5 early points for Iran. We're level at 10. Blatch fakes the three to drive inside against 2 of them, and he looks like he means business today.
And he landed awkwardly, he pirouetted, and there's no ill effects from that. He looks fantastic, and got to give credit to the Philippines medical staff for getting that done overnight.
Well, if you saw him on court yesterday, he suffered a bad ankle injury. He was feeling the effects of that injury throughout the course of the second half. Hit a shot on one leg at one point and was grimacing all the way through. How can you feel completely fine a day later?
Well, it even looked like he tweaked it even worse. He landed at one stage and he couldn't even run back down the court. He was hopping. He had to come off the court. But as I said, I mean, what a great job from the Philippine staff. And so far, he looks outstanding.
Chance to attack from the far side in towards Er Haddadi, who's fouled.
You got a lot of ball there, Andre Blatch. The referee saying he had an arm across the arm, and you can see it there just across the elbow. The second on Blatch, and that's a concern for the Philippines.
Er Haddadi goes to the line, and the foul trouble involving those two could be a key thing to watch now that Blatch is on 2.
We've talked about the Philippines reserve centre, Asi Tawalava, being maybe a weak link. But in the Williams-Jones Cup meeting between these two teams, he had 12 points, 7 boards, 2 blocks. So obviously he's not afraid going up against someone as good as Er Haddadi.
The Philippines have the slender lead as we approach the midway point of the first. That one, nothing but net from Gabe Norwood, who'd shot just 23% over the tournament before today.
And that's what he can do. He doesn't do it often enough, but a promising start for him. And if he can start making a couple of shots, then Iran have to change their defensive plans.
Haddadi going tough against Blatch, who did well to put him off without the foul. Blatch playing on 2 fouls here in the first quarter. There goes Castro again, outstretched right arm, trying to grab his own rebound. Kamrani comes away with it, runs into Blatch though. Castro in support, low catch and forced away back to Norwood. Castro now wide open for the 3. Nails it from the outside to double the lead for the Philippines and to force Iran to call timeout.
What a start from the Philippines. Smart play from Castro. He recovered the turnover, didn't rush it straight away. Out to Norwood, spots up on the 3-point line, and nothing but string music.
BTV, more than a game.
Into some man-to-man defense.
Jamshidi into the paint, bounce pass, found its way through to Haddadi, who puts it in.
Some quick hands there from Andre Blatch to deflect the pass. Haddadi recovered and gets the 2.
Blatch onto Norwood. Contiveiros able to get away, can't hit the mid-ranger. Castro was so quick on the offensive boards, and it's still going to be Filipino ball.
And the Philippines are alight. Some great execution there to give Hontiveros an open shot, and the smallest man for the Philippines flying in to get another possession.
Castro to Blatch. Blatch is going to shoot the 3 this time. Can't hit, and Iran have a chance to get a little closer. Nikhil Balrami, meandering, amazing run through. Gets it free in the corner now for 3 and knocks it down. Nikhil Balrami has his second from the outside.
Well, 26% from outside coming into this game. I think he was just waiting for the right opponent to get hot.
Castro, he's got the hot hand right now as he pulls up for 3. Not that time. Kamrani forced away on the perimeter. Farg moves it on to Nikhil Balrami. This time he's looking to attack down the center, going to take on the 3 again, and that one was well off the mark.
Yeah, he was just completely out of rhythm on that shot, lost the handle on the ball, ran out of ideas and thought, you know what, I've hit 2, let's just see what will happen with this one. But interesting to see the Philippines going with the length of Gabe Norwood to defend Conrani, seeing if he can disrupt those passing lanes with his long arms.
It's been an enthralling opening 7 minutes. The Philippines edge it so far by 1 with Norwood. Out to Hontiveros, quickly closed down for the 3. And Iran now can look to come and take the lead here. Nikhil Balrami. Edging his way in towards the paint. Got it onto his left hand, but couldn't make the shot.
Hassan Zada into the game, got away with a clear offensive foul there on the moving screen, but the shot missed, so no harm was done.
Chance to attack now for Pingris, who's backing in and battling away and trying to squeeze his way towards the rim. Taulava able to grab the offensive board and gets fouled.
What a great start for Taulava. We talked about his great form against Iran earlier this month in the William Jones Cup, and now he gets an opportunity to get on the scoreboard straight away.
Such a key position for the Philippines as well, with Andre Blatch, the superstar, at centre. Asi Taulava at 42 years of age is his replacement. And he finds himself at the foul line early on in this one, and a chance to get on the board. And hits the first. Got 7.5 minutes on court yesterday, with Blatch struggling with that ankle injury. Might have been a lot longer had Blatch not chosen to battle through. The Philippines are doing the business at the foul line at the moment, 6 of 6.
3 benchmen on the court for the Philippines, so the first test of whether their reserves can get the job done against such a quality opponent.
Jamshidi, and an offensive foul on Hassan Zada.
Well, he got away with the first one. That one was out the top, right in front of the referee, and they're always pretty quick on those ones. That's shaking him up, and Abueva, he's a big, strong man. We see their shoulder right to the side of the head.
The official's right on top of it.
He's still shaking his head. The bell is ringing in the ear there.
Castro. There's that lightning fast crossover again. Over to Hontiveiros for the 3. Taulava with another offensive rebound. Already having an impact off the bench. Castro. You just can't stay with him. Pingris will get in. A little bit short.
Just some missed opportunities the last couple of minutes for the Philippines.
Tremendous move that to get to the hoop and finish for Jamshidi.
Now, he's been a standout in this tournament so far. Just a burst player off the bench. 9 points per game, 38% from long range. And you see there what he can do going to the basket.
Nice spin to the hoop from Abueva, and he gets the drop as well.
And that's what he does best. And we saw yesterday just shooting too many three-point shots from the get-go today, attacking the rim.
Jamshidi. They've moved it into the corner here for the 3 from Masha Iki, who ties the game at 21.
A big shot from Masha Iki, and he's another player who's been a revelation off the bench. He's shooting 40% from long range.
Castro trying to answer back with a 3, can't hit that one. And Iran will have the opportunity to take the lead now. They've started to turn the tide back in their favour as Masha Iki races down court to finish. 5 quick-fire points for him, and Iran lead.
And so often in the first 5 or 6 minutes of this quarter, it was the Philippines attacking in transition and Iran backpedaling, and now the tables have been turned.
Abueva driving towards the baseline and bumped on the baseline out of bounds. Romeo into the game for the Philippines. Still their ball.
Dafari in for Iran. And Blatch back into the game as well. They'd love him just to make a basket or 2 to finish this quarter off.
We talked about the bench players needing to do it for the Philippines. Iran have come back to lead with a number of those bench players on the court. Romeo going hard and fouled hard by Hassan Zada. That's his 2nd.
And that's what he does best, going at the rim. And interesting strategy here from Tab Baldwin as we see the speed of Romeo. He's gone with 4 bench players and Andre Blatch. So he's hoping Blatch can be the rock, but he's going to check back out straight away.
Romeo, one of those bench players that has been stepping up. 11 points in each of the first 2 games, but just 7 of 29 from the field. Before then, 19 points in game 3 and 12 points yesterday, 11 of 21 from the field in those last 2 games combined. And this is from the foul line here with the first one, though.
And what he does best for the Philippines is his pressure defense. If he can force some turnovers or bad shots, he's then lightning in transition. Not as strong in the half court, but if he can get up and in defensively, maybe he can stir up some trouble for the Philippines.
He gets his first point on the board. The Philippines 7 of 8 from the foul line in the first quarter. Final 30 seconds of the first period. Hassan Zada handing the ball off here to Jamshidi. Looking to get into the lane again and dances his way right through the defense to finish.
He just sliced his way through. He went right, curled to the left and finished with the left hand.
A couple of really impressive moves from Jamshidi. Final seconds of the first now. Romeo, it's going to be a long 2 off the mark. And that will bring the first quarter to a close. A wonderfully impressive first quarter between 2 basketball heavyweights here in the Asia Championship. It's Iran, though, who've turned around an early deficit. Really impressive Philippine start to lead 25-22 at the end of 1.